welcome back to SA Sports Show. I'm Greg Anderson, my co-host Barry. Our favourite segment.
It is our favourite
segment, the Southern Footy League, and of course Craig, the president of the Southern Football League, as well as the Premiership coach of the Flagstaff Hill. Congratulations!
Thank you very much.
Wow, and I think you might have defeated an undefeated team all year.
That's correct.
We picked it, mate. I picked it last week with.
Well, you did mention
with the
about
boss there. I said to him that I don't like undefeated sides going into grand finals.
It's a curse.
Plus, the team they played had just played in 3. They know where they're going. They know how many beans make 5. I'm not sure when the last time Norlunga played in a GF. Do we know?
Yeah,
that?
2-14.
2-14.
They won one.
So it's a while ago.
Yeah.
Oh, to go through the season undefeated.
Yeah, well, Flagstaff Hill beat them in 2-17.
I've got to ask you this. I've got to ask you this, mate, because you got thumped by them a couple of times in the minor round.
Yeah.
Did you not?
Yeah, for sure.
But I did read that you were towards the end of the year. There was some difficulty in picking a side. So you've obviously got some players back from injuries and whatever. In those games, you got beaten by Norlunga. Was that the case? You were a bit short on, you were a bit light on, or I mean, they were obviously a good side. Let's not take anything away from them.
No.
But what about those games? Because they are big defeats.
Yeah, most definitely. We did have a list management that we went through for the whole year, and we tried to manage our list as much as we could. And we did have some injuries, but we sort of timed it pretty well towards the end of the year.
Yeah.
Where we
getting them back,
get them all back, and get them back on track and nice and fit for the finals.
Pretty strong.
Craig, you were saying that there was a couple of times, during the start of that finals campaign, that you said, watch out for Flagstaff Hill because he's out. A lot of ball. Lots of goals, and if they actually get through and they get their full side, they're going to be hard to beat.
Very much so.
Yeah, and what a great win.
Yeah,
4 in a row.
It was sensational. It was sensational.
Yeah, strong club though. Big Flaggies are a strong club. Let's not take anything away from Flaggies either, because they've been there, done that a few times, and whatever. But a big, strong club, and we spoke about this.
Yes.
This game was always going to be, if I went down to sports bet, I couldn't get on. Gamble responsibly. I just had that feel about the team, but it's not only the A grade.
No.
When I say strong club, they're a very strong club. Right through the grades, they are around the mark.
Yeah,
well,
most definitely.
they actually bookended the grand final day because they won the under-13s.
Yeah.
Their under-13s played the first up, and they went through undefeated.
Great future.
So very much so.
But they've always been good at that junior development.
Tell us about the day, Craig, because obviously it's a very, very important day for the
big
Southern
day.
League. We're obviously talking big crowd, the build up to the A grade, of course, and your views on the actual game.
Oh, look, I thought, it kicked off, of course, with the male medal night on the Monday night. We always have that as a lead-in. We had a grand final breakfast at the Emu Hotel. That went off really well as well. Then, of course, we come to Saturday, 5 games.
That's a big day.
That's a long day.
4 different winners.
Yeah.
Flagstaff Hill won the under-13s and the seniors.
Yep.
But in the under-15s, Ranella. So Billy be happy.
Yes,
Ranella got the under-15s. In the under-17 and a halves.
Yep.
Happy Valley beat Flagstaff Hill.
Right,
So Flagstaff were in that one as well.
Neighbours.
And then, of course, in the B grade, Norlunga, who'd been top of the tree all year, only just beat Christie's Beach.
Oh, right. So they got
in the B grade. Yeah, Norlunga got one in the end. Yeah. But look, a really, really good day. From 8 o'clock in the morning, we opened up that's when the first game started, and the old Higginbottom Oval, or Flinders University as it's now known.
Higginbottom Oval, yep.
South
that northern bank, right around to almost to the scoreboard.
Yeah, just packed.
Totally packed with cars.
Wow, chocker. Yeah.
And they estimated probably during the day up to probably about 6,000 people went through the grade.
Well done.
That's terrific.
Fantastic.
It is.
And we've had a change of coach, management, lots of things at Flaggies. Is it this year?
Yeah. It's first
just this year. So they've won 3 in a row.
Yep.
First year coach.
Their coach. Not really sacked.
No, never sacked him.
But we're talking
new president.
New coach.
Yep.
You would have thought that might have had a little bit. Did you have a role before?
Yeah, I've been involved for the last 3 years as assistant coach. So,
so it's a pretty smooth transition.
Yeah, it was, and it worked pretty well.
Yeah,
and
it worked very well.
Yeah,
not pretty well.
No, it worked pretty well, and a new president who's come on board as well. And it just seems to click as a family sort of a club. So,
But I was just about to say that, mate, and that's exactly what it is. It wouldn't have mattered with the new coach and the new press, because that club is a real family-orientated and strong club, as I've said before. I've said it a number of times. So really, that transition would have been just as easy as pie.
Yeah,
and a lot of players that would have played in. Have we got players playing in the 4?
Yeah, we've got 5. 5 of them played all 4.
Played 4 in a row.
Yeah, played 4 in a row.
But there's a very interesting story, and I'll get Darren to relay it. They've got a bloke who flies in and flies out because he works in the mines, etc.
Yeah.
He's been doing that for the last 4 or 5 years.
Wow.
How many games has he actually played? We're talking about Michael Fasakis.
Mitch Fasakis.
Yeah.
He's A-grade games. He's played 37 A-grade games and had 4 flags.
4 flags.
4 flags. So when he flies in, flies out, he'd be every fortnight, or
That's right.
Yeah, so he's not playing every week.
No.
Wow.
He's getting his money's worth, isn't he?
Yeah, most definitely.
And how was it on the day for you? When did you actually feel like you got under control? And was there any times during the game you thought, wow, we just need a little bit of lady luck?
Yeah, most definitely. It was a tough game all day.
I heard
that. Especially playing Noarlunga, you never know when you've actually got the game won.
Yeah.
So I was quite happy about the 25-minute mark in the last quarter. That's what But our second quarter on the weekend was probably the one that won us the game.
Yeah.
We kicked 5 goals too. We kept them scoreless.
Scoreless.
Yeah, and it was just, we had more possession of the footy.
Yeah.
I spoke to their coach afterwards, Baz, and he just said we couldn't get the footy off you.
Yeah.
And then that was their whole game plan, was to hold possession.
Yeah.
And it seemed to work for us.
Frustrated.
Yeah, it did. And we can play fast footy and slow footy, which is, we've got some really talented footballers. And
Played the right.
yeah, we played the
right
tempo.
time.
Yeah.
What was the weather like? What was your
It was beautiful, beautiful
I
day.
thought it was a pretty good day.
Yeah, cleared up pretty well. So.
Yeah. And what about the night, mate? What about the evening?
evening.
I'm a
You like the
great
evening
believer
part.
in celebrating victories and losses, by the way. But how was it, mate? Back at the club on...
It was huge.
Very good.
It was big. Craig comes up there.
Well, free lunch or something.
No, I made a pact when I took over as president that grand final night I would go and visit both clubs. A bit of respect to the losers as well as the winners.
Oh, that's
so I
a good call, mate.
spent a couple of hours down at Noarlunga and spoke to the
24
faithful
hours
there.
at Flagstaff Hill.
Well, not quite 24.
I remember when we won the flag, it was lucky that bar held you up actually, and I think we gave you a free beer card, which was supposed to be a couple of free ones, but it seemed to last the whole night. It was good,
mate.
It was like his dance card. Always full.
Sure. So where do we go from here now, mate? That's tough. Now it's tough, isn't it? I mean, it's 4 in a row.
Yeah.
You've got to back up again. That's the issue. That's your main issue.
Yeah.
Do you feel like you might lose some players, or are we pretty settled?
You're always going to lose players. You're always going to have a turnover of players. And for us right now, it's about retaining as many as we possibly can. Yeah. But in saying that, like Craig said, we've got a really good junior program.
Yeah, that's right.
And we're quite confident with our juniors.
Yeah.
I coached the under-16s at Flagstaff Hill 5 years ago. And in that premiership side on Saturday, there was 5 of them playing.
Okay,
so,
that's a key.
Yeah, it's a massive key. But we'll try and retain as many as we possibly can.
Yeah. You would have bred off quite a few too during the year because of your injuries as well.
That's right.
I suppose you gave some younger lads a lot opportunity before. They're probably ready to due. Now they know what the tempo of the game. They're going to train hard at pre-season, and so all that. Even though it would have been frustrating as a coach to have those injuries, you look at it now and say, well, you know what, we've had 4 or 5 guys that got a chance that probably wouldn't have if we kept our whole side together.
And he's got a pretty good new recruit already.
Yeah.
Who's that?
Michael Shearer, who had this year off.
Right.
Three-time medalist and
he's too.
champion of the league.
Wow.
Correct me if I'm wrong here, but there's a couple of players out of Flagstaff Hill that probably might have played a bit of AFL. If I'm correct here.
Sammy Tharrelson.
Yeah, there's one.
And Mitchie Johnson.
Was Eagleton a Flagstaff Hill boy?
No, he was Happy Valley.
Happy Valley, okay. Well, where was Cooney from?
Flagstaff.
Cooney's and Flaggies.
Always a Brownlow medalist for a start, isn't it? Yeah. It's a pretty strong area, isn't it?
Yeah, most
it was a growth area when I lived there. It was an area you could see was just booming. It was just about to boom. And I think I took my young fella around to Flagstaff Hill to play cricket, and that's where I first got involved in and saw firsthand just how strong a club that was about to become. It was a massive, massive club.
That is.
And well run. That's the key to it. Well run.
Yeah.
If you've got a club that's well run.
And of course, he's brought in the
congratulations.
collector's item. The
4 in a row.
you want to hold that up, Darren? The Vigneron Shield.
I bet you held that up a bit on Saturday night.
It is quite heavy, but first inaugurated in 1920. And it was won by McLaren Vale.
Yeah.
And
some history there, isn't there?
And of course,
I think I played in it.
1919 will go Flagstaff Hill here. 2020, who knows? It's blank at the moment, but there's 100 shields.
Wow.
That's amazing,
Isn't
isn't
that
it?
fantastic?
It's still it's a great achievement for with any sport.
Well, it's only
so difficult to do.
We've had one club do it twice.
Yeah.
In Morpeth Vale back in the late to early 70s, late 70s, early 80s.
Yeah.
And then we've had Flagstaff Hill now. Morpeth Vale did it again in the early 2000s.
Yeah.
But before that, the only other club to do it, and we go back to the mid-1920s, was the Aldinga Football Club.
Okay. You don't run a relegation thing here, do you?
No.
Bottom goes out, whatever. So you'll go in with the same.
Yep.
Everything will be the same next year. Okay.
I was really going to ask you. We spoke prior to the season, of course, and you've got everything's in line. And how do you look at the season? That's 2019 as the president of the, and you had all different issues at the start of the year and with the women's and you had to make way for a lot more junior sides money the girls junior sides. Then you had to coordinate, of course, a lot of country association teams with the women and the young girls as well. So you had a lot on your plate. Look back now and you say, hey, we ticked a lot of boxes. 2019
was a really good year for the Southern Football League.
Fantastic.
We became a lot more stable. All of our sides have the five games on Saturday, so it's under 13s right through to A grade. And I think that's going forward is going to be the strength of our league. And of course, on the back of the excitement that's being generated through the women's competition and girls as well, because next year we'll have to have another group start because the girls that have played under 16s are now too old to play under 16s, so we're going to have to start an under 18s to bridge the gap, because there's a fair gap from under 16s to senior women. So we'll probably look at bringing in another under 18 competition as well. So that's even more to look forward to. And as we said last week, what a huge day.
6,000 at the grand final, 6,000 plus at the grand final, mate. Congratulations. You've done a wonderful, wonderful job. You really have. Well done.
Thanks,
congratulations on another flag for the footy club. It must be so proud and well done. And what a great year it has been. And we've had a lot of fun, haven't we, Barry?
We certainly have,
It's certainly my favourite segment because I can keep referring back to my little premiership there.
Before
we go to a break.
My
Back
God,
after the break.
Here we go.